was a 68 Quebec pharmacy tech while I was in the military at Fort Sill, Oklahoma from 2004 to 2008. And while I was in, it was my job to take care of the soldiers, make sure they got their medication. But I never, while I was in, asked the questions like, why aren't you sleeping well? And why are you in pain all the time? And why are you mixing your drugs with alcohol? The solution to a lot of problems was just to hand out pills instead of actually dealing with, the problems at hand, like the roots of the problem. Some studies that have already been done in horticulture therapy, they've shown that veterans who work out in the land, work out in the garden, work in the field, are able to get off their medications, are able to sleep better at night, are able to focus better in their daily lives. They get out into their community, they reconnect with things. It has a very high success rate, and that's something we want to duplicate here.
Out in 1965, a while back, and heard about this program from a friend of mine, and I have a garden, and I want to find out how I can make it produce more. Initially, everybody here are strangers, and as time goes on, you get to learn a little bit about the people you're working with. It's also nice to see something beginning from the initial start, just a bare piece of ground with a bunch of blackberry bushes on it, and see it take shape into something that's not only beautiful but functional.
I still feel like I'm a soldier in some respects. I'm just trying to apply my skills and knowledge to a different area that actually makes more sense in the broad scheme of things. So, education is medicinal, I guess. The mission continued here.
Become self-sufficient and empower themselves and their communities and build communities. We are open to having that discussion with anyone and hearing where they're coming from, because that's what we want out of it. It's treat others as you'd like to be treated, and I'd like to have my voice heard in a group of people, and I'd like to hear those of others.
Feeling better about themselves, feeling better about their situation, are able to make differences in their communities and get back into the post-military life.
This whole field was dug fir trees, so we harvested it, and we left all the slash out there. We didn't want to lose the organic matter, so we haven't turned it into dirt yet. But let's head over to the rabbits.
All right.
This is a Flemish giant female. Her name is Galaxy. These are her last batch of babies. She originally had 10 babies and got sick, and we lost a few. But we nursed her back to health, and these are the remainder. This is Cappuccino, and she is hopefully pregnant as well, and we're hoping she has some babies for the course.
These are the black and white ones are barred rock. The two white ones, the puffy ones, are called silkies. We actually had one of them go broody. We're building an incubator, but we're also thinking we may just want a few more silkies around. They tend to do the job pretty good.
It's a baby chicken. And it is adorable. Just look at it. This thing is adorable.
The
real question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
We'll be working on a variety of designs related to the house and the infrastructure here. Gray water, rooftop rainwater catchment, and cistern, as well as delivery systems through the landscape, running off of those systems and putting them through swales, so that the landscape is actually watered with the rooftop rainwater. The gray water system that comes down off of the house is actively filtering out all of the things that we put into water. And then in addition to that, we'll also be looking at some power systems, doing some pretty simple calcs to understand what the potentials for solar are in this location. So in addition to the landscape farming activities, there's a lot of domestic design issues that actually go into the consideration here in this project.
Hi, my name is Deston Deniston, and I'm one of the founding members of Vets Cafe, Veterans Entrepreneurial Training and Studies in Conservation, Agriculture, Forestry, and Ecology. Vets Cafe has done 2 training projects this year and given 3 presentations around the Pacific Northwest, as well as conducted several interviews with veterans into agriculture and sustainability. Our project is going to be on a 3-acre farm just at the outskirts of Olympia, Washington. And this farm already has ducks, chickens, rabbits, turkey. We're going to go there and we're going to help the owner, who is also a veteran, Over the course of 3 months, we'll be looking at the property, picking projects to implement, and developing a 5 and a 25-year plan for the project to unfold. This permaculture design course will take veterans through all the steps necessary so that they can understand how to build a small urban in-holding production farm. We'll be applying a permaculture design to it and coming up with a design which we aspire within 2 years will produce $20,000 per acre. Veterans will walk away with an understanding of how to accomplish this goal. In return for your supporting our Kickstarter, we end up with veterans who can support our local food systems, and you'll get a nice packet of seed balls, or, depending on your level of support, even tickets to our graduation event. We hope that you'll join us.